"G'day, Bunny," he might say. Or maybe he would just whistle, hands in his pockets and a smile in his eyes. Maybe Alice would never again see his blue eyes turn black with rage, or watch the colour drain from his face, spittle gathering in the corners of his mouth, a foam as white as his pallor. She could focus solely on reading what direction the wind was blowing, or choosing her library books, or writing at her desk. Remade by fire, Alice's father's touch on her mother's pregnant body would always be soft, his hands on Alice always gentle and nurturing. Most of all, he would cradle the baby when it came, and Alice wouldn't lie awake wondering how to protect her family. She shut the book. Its heavy thud reverberated through the wooden desk, which ran the length of her bedroom wall. Her desk faced two large windows that swung open over the garden of maidenhair ferns, staghorns, and butterfly leaf plants her mother tended until nausea got the better of her. Just that morning, she had been in the process of potting kangaroo paw seedlings when she doubled over, hacking into the ferns. Alice was at her desk reading. At the sound of her mother's retching, she scrambled through the window, landing on the fern beds. Unsure of what else to do, she held her mother's hand tightly. "I'm all right," her mother coughed, squeezing Alice's hand before letting go. "It's just morning sickness, Bun, don't worry." As she leant her head back to get some air, her pale hair fell away from her face and revealed a new bruise, purple like the sea at dawn, surrounding a split in the tender skin behind her ear. Alice couldn't look away quickly enough. "Oh, Bun," her mother fretted as she hauled herself to her feet. "I wasn't watching what I was doing in the kitchen and took a tumble. The baby makes me so dizzy." She placed one hand on her stomach and picked crumbs of dirt off her dress with the other. Alice stared at the young ferns that had been crushed under her mother's weight. Her parents left soon afterwards. Alice stood at the front door until the plume of dust behind her father's truck vanished into the blue morning. They were making the trip to the city for another baby checkup. The truck only had 2 seats. "Be good, darling," her mother implored as she brushed Alice's cheek with her lips. She smelled like jasmine and fear. Alice picked up another triangle of cold toast and held it between her teeth as she reached into her library bag. She'd promised her mother she would study for her grade 4 exam, but so far the dummy test the correspondence school had sent in the post sat unopened on her desk. As she pulled a book out of her library bag and read its title, her jaw slackened. Her exam was completely forgotten. In the low light of the approaching storm, the embossed cover of A Beginner's Guide to Fire was an illuminated, almost living thing. Wildfire shimmered in metallic flames. Something dangerous and thrilling rippled through Alice's belly. The palms of her hands were clammy. She had just touched her fingers to the corner of the cover when, as if conjured by her jittery nerves, the tags of Toby's collar tinkled behind her. He nudged her leg, leaving a wet smudge on her skin. Relieved by the interruption, Alice smiled as Toby sat politely. She held her toast out to him, and he gingerly took it between his teeth before stepping back to wolf it down. Dog drool dripped on her feet. "Yuck, Tobes," Alice said, ruffling his ears. She held up her thumb and wagged it from side to side. Toby's tail swept back and forth across the floor in response. He lifted a paw and rested it on her leg. Toby had been a gift from her father and was her closest companion. When he was small, he had nipped her father's feet under the table one too many times and had been thrown against the side of the washing machine. Alice's father forbade a trip.